Welcome to BitBoy Crypto.
We can't let anybody else find out who we are. My eyes are up here. I personally would not advise that strategy. yeah. Bugs Bunny or Tweety Bird, how to make money in crypto.
Oh, you're killing me.
Welcome to BitBoy Crypto, the people's channel, home of the BitSquad, the largest and greatest crypto community in all the interwebs. No channel works harder to keep you in the know about crypto. My name is Ben. This is my first sip of this energy drink this morning. I've not had any caffeine this morning.
Wow.
I had a massage this morning. You get massages, TJ?
I have. It's been a long time, though.
Well, you've been gone a while. I've been here by myself. Massages are interesting because they make you so tired.
Yeah.
And then they're just over.
Right.
And you have to go about your day.
Yeah.
Stuff. You want to go to sleep after.
I like afternoon massages better.
A little afternoon delight.
Yeah, something like that.
I like that. 11:30 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. We come to you live every single day. My name is Ben. It is Tuesday, June 14th, and we have made new lows. We have made new lows. I don't even know what Bitcoin's at right now because I was getting a massage. I mean, the massage lady, she don't tell me what Bitcoin's at, which I always think is so interesting. The market cap's about exactly the same it was yesterday, 952. 956 yesterday, I believe. We're back at 22.5. We had a pretty good bounce. I think it went back up to 23,000, didn't it?
Yeah.
It bottomed, I believe, at 20,600 or 20,800. So, I tell you, every single time, no, we're not broke because we were prepared for this. That's the truth. Every time I see somebody in here coming and making stupid chats, it's always a purple circle with a letter in it. It's like the trolls, like they know the trolls. It's always purple circle with the letter. It's very interesting. So, guys, no, I'm not salty with chat. I love people in the chat. Somebody sent me a message yesterday and said they didn't mean to set me off on the comments. So I thought that was interesting. I told them all is well. I hold no personal resentments towards anybody that comes in here and triggers me. I hold no personal resentments. After I go on my rant, I will tell you that I love you and I forgive you. I always do that. So, guys, crypto is getting crushed. There's no question about it. We were prepared for this. At this point, it is looking, false top theory, not really looking like it's in the cards. On Sunday, I tweeted, tomorrow we have a great chance for capitulation, I said. Something similar to that, and it happened. Why? Well, because the regular markets are getting rocked as well. So once those regular markets open, great, movement to the downside can be seen. And I'm here to tell you, there is a good chance, in my opinion, that tomorrow we see another leg down below 20,000. Why? We have the Fed meeting that now they're talking about when at some point they were saying no more than 50 at meeting, 75 bips, 75 basis points. And now there are whispers, Naomi Bracco was talking about on the channel yesterday, maybe 100. Maybe we get a surprise of 100 tomorrow. So if that happens, if we get a surprise of 100 basis point hike tomorrow, that will tell us two things. That will tell us, number one, they're being ultra aggressive, which means they're trying to get through this as quick as possible to get the quantitative easing back on, moving back away from quantitative tightening. We might see it before December if that's the case. Number two, the other thing that tells us is that there's a great chance the market's going to be shocked by this, and we're going to see a lot of movement to the downside. So Alex Smith says, much love to you guys. Ben, you're looking great, man. Well, thank you. I appreciate everybody tells me I look so great in the chat. It's so much different when they told me I was fat every day. Keep up the good work. TJ, you look good. You look great too, brother.
Oh, thanks.
Hey, TJ, you look great too. Just keep that. And what was the super chat before that? How many XRP do you need to become an XRP whale? I believe it's 65. It's 6,500 or 65,000. That's the top 1%. Maybe somebody can correct exactly which one of those. That's a big range.
Yeah.
But it's either 6,500 or 65,000, according to what a lot of people say. I saw it was 6,500, and then my dad says he thinks it's 65,000. So could the rate hike be priced in? Potentially. Yes, potentially. If it's 100, absolutely not. If it's 75, possibly. See, I think most people thought it was going to be 50. Yeah. Only the people that are really, really, really paying attention to the markets have now seen this kind of 75 basis points number kind of come up. Pete L with the super chat. Thank you for that, sir. Says still like CRO. Absolutely. I love exchange tokens. look, guys, exchange tokens held very well in the last bear market. And we're already seeing that, I believe, where we're seeing FTT being one of the shiners here. It's not going up, but it's holding much better. Carver Coin says, would you sell your Lambo to get more cash for this bear market? I would absolutely not. Why? Because I love my Lambo. And I love having a Lambo. And it's getting a sound system in it right now. It should be back later today. We're getting some wrap stuff done to it. And guys, I didn't buy a Lamborghini because it's an appreciating asset. You've got people out there in the world that will tell you that every single thing you need to buy needs to be an appreciating asset. You need to treat it like that. I don't believe that. I believe in life, you pay it forward, you help people out, and you do things that you like and you enjoy combined with that. A good mixture of that, I think, is a good life. I enjoy having a nice sports car, and I like driving it. And yes, down the road, if I trade it for Bitcoin, it would eventually be worth more, but I don't live and die by every single dime that I have to my name. So that's my opinion on that. Ben just bought the Lambo to flex. Yeah, pretty much. You're right. But no, I really do enjoy it. I've always had sports cars. Of course, like back in the day, it was like a 5-speed, 6-cylinder Camaro.
That's what I was going to say.
That was my first sports car I had. I mean, I did have the Mazda MX-3, the 94 was my first car I had, but somebody said, what Lambo do I have? It's a 2018 Huracan Performante. There we go. Pariah79 here with the super chat as well. BitBoy and EYL, that's Earn Your Leisure, was epic last night. BitSquad, love you. That was the best show I've ever been on. That was the best show I've ever been on. It's Earn Your Leisure. I'll pull them up here. You guys can see they had 11,000 people in the chat last night.
Nice.
On YouTube. So if you go here, you go to Earn Your Leisure. These guys right here, 58,000 views last night. Earn Your Leisure. This is the channel. These guys are very similar to us in terms of they really shepherd after their followers. They really want the people that are watching them and their audience to make money and do well. They've given them very sound advice, teaching personal responsibility. I was just talking about transparency, authenticity, all the stuff we love here at the channel. So big shout out to them. And I believe I'm going to be part of their Invest Fest they're doing here in Atlanta at the beginning of August. Steve Harvey will be there. Guess who else will be there, TJ?
Who's that?
The biggest boss that you've seen this far, Rick Ross.
Oh,
Ricky
wow.
Rose's going to be there.
Yeah.
I'm going to go nose to nose with Ricky Ross.
There you go.
I'm going to say, let me show you that flex. Let me show you that Lambo. Hey, these BitBoy crypto, these people making money out there. Yeah, we done made that money. Ricky.
You gonna show him that picture?
Yeah, I'm gonna show him the picture. I'm gonna be Gucci'd out.
That's right,
guys. That picture was a meme. It was supposed to be a meme the whole time.
Just gotta bring the grill.
Yeah. Oh, I do have to bring the grill. Yeah, I had to bring the grill. Had to show that Cardano XRP on there. Bro, Atlanta, why it's so hot? It's been super hot here. It has for sure.
Yeah.
All right, let's go and move on. We got Tom Crown coming on in just a few minutes. Don't forget to follow us on Twitter. We do have this contest here. Let's see. I think they updated it to have the miner on there. I think they were supposed to. It is a What's Miner M20. It's valued at $2,500. What day is June 15th?
Tomorrow.
That's tomorrow. So we pick this winner tomorrow on the stream. Okay. Yep. So there you go. And guys, I have decided I am definitely going to be going to NFT NYC. I said I wasn't. I said I was, and I wasn't, and I was. I don't know how many days I'm going. I'm shooting for Tuesday and Wednesday, or maybe Wednesday and Thursday. I got too much FOMO, and it's like the last kind of big crypto conference for a while, I believe.
Yeah.
So
seems like there's going to be a lot of people there.
Yeah, there's a lot of good connections, especially people know the cat's out of the bag at this point, guys. We're going to crush OpenSea. We have a competitor. We've got a name for it. We've got the socials. We have everything. None of it's been announced yet. This is going to be the greatest NFT platform in the history of crypto. There's going to be no question about it. And I would also like to add real quick, yesterday on the show, I corrected this at the beginning, but apparently there was quite a dust up over me saying the Bored Ape Yacht Club was, or a Mutant Ape Yacht Club was on Solana. I always thought it was on Solana. I really did. I didn't know. I always thought that Mutant Apes was the Solana version of Bored Apes. That's what I thought. Now, why did I think that? I don't know. It was going right about when Solana was going with their NFT, so maybe that was happening. But what were you gonna say?
Well, I was gonna say they do have one called Degen Apes that is Solana's version of Bored Apes.
How do you keep up with all these apes?
Right, and so it's a pretty easy mix-up there.
Yeah, and what I would say is I said yesterday that I thought Mutant Apes would not be a blue chip project anymore. But that was solely based on thinking it was on Solana. It's not on Solana, so nothing to worry about. We love Mutant. I own like at least one of them, maybe two. I don't know, guys. And what you have to understand is I am not an NFT expert. I am not a technical analysis expert. I'm a fundamental crypto expert. If it is in the news in crypto, and it has happened since 2015, 14, I know about it. I was probably involved in it in some way. I either had like Mt. Gox or Bit Instant, had accounts on all that stuff. I lived it. I went through it. I got perspective. Those are not my areas of expertise. That's why we have an entire NFT department here, where we do have extreme experts in NFTs. That's why we have Frankie Candles, an expert on technical analysis. Because when you understand, when you're building a business, you understand you have weaknesses, you bring people in to fill those gaps and fill those weaknesses. So, guys, I don't buy my own NFTs. My people do it for me. So, you know, they bought my CryptoPunk. They bought my my Mutant Apes. They bought my Bored Ape. You guys know Justin Williams. He comes on the show quite a bit. So that's what we do here. So did want to make that correction. I do believe now with the right information, yeah, of course Mutant Apes is going to stay a blue chip. My only thing was against Solana. I don't think Solana's a great platform. I just don't think so. I think it can still make some people money, but, you know, just wanted to correct that. Now, right before I'm calling DZ an expert. Do I have that right? Yeah, DZ's an expert, man. DZ knows a lot about NFTs. But before we bring on Tom Crown, we want to show let's show our trailer for our next BitBoy special on cyber warfare.
Yeah, let's
ready
do
for
that.
this.
Yeah,
This
let's do it.
is y'all are going to be impressed. The Pegasus program, a cyber weapon so powerful, no one thought it could exist. Groundwork for a cyber pandemic has already been laid, and it's going to affect everyone. Wow, that was impressive.
That's so cool.
I saw it this morning, guys. I'll be honest with you. When I come in and my editors show me stuff like that, like I know there's a family-friendly show, but I'm going to tell you, I get turned on, like real turned on. That video right there is going to be so good. I mean, y'all saw the last one. We did the World Economic Forum. We talked about that. We're going to talk about that in future videos. We're going to continue talking about that stuff. We're looking into the Bilderberg stuff today, by the way. I know people were asking me about that. But it is going to be an incredible video. Can't wait to show it to you guys. We're going to be talking about stuff you probably didn't know happened. You probably don't even know exist. But there's stuff out there that is really, really scary. And I don't know if you guys have seen that scary stuff about the Google. Have you seen the thing about the Google AI expert that they fired for being a whistleblower on the sentience that possibly it's achieving?
Ali actually sent that to me yesterday. We were talking about that.
I thought Naval was on Joe Rogan 2 years ago. He said, we won't see sentience or ever. We'll never see it. Guys, it's scary stuff what technology is doing right now. And it's about to go, it's about to 10x in the next 5 years.
Yeah, I watched a video about AI reaching singularity within 12 years, and that was a few years ago. So, 2018, I think.
So, guys, real quick, let me just touch before we bring Tom on. Let me just touch on the markets right now. I know we're a little bit behind. I'm having fun today. I feel great this week.
Yeah.
I don't know why I'm sick like this. No, people don't realize this channel was built in a bear market.
That's what I was about to say.
Y'all have merely adopted the bear market. I was born in it. This channel was born in it. This is where we thrive.
Yeah, starting to feel like home right now.
Absolutely. It sure is, man. That bull market stuff where we were making money, that was weird.
Yeah.
I don't know if I like that.
That was wild.
Yeah, let's go back. Let's go back to the pain and the misery. Yeah.
Bring us some pain. Smash the likes for pain.
Smash a like if you want to see us suffer. I know you do. Smash that like button. And thank you for that super chat I saw up there. Thank you, Ben, for your daily persistent grind. You're helping bring more and more to the space by the day. Shout out to you as well, Frankie Candle. Shout out to our whole team here. Thank you, Corey Mack, for that. So here we go. $952 billion is the market cap. We're under $1 trillion, 133.8 billion, so pretty high. 45% dominance. The dominance is shrinking. It was 46.1% yesterday. I think Ethereum was 15 even yesterday.
That's
So
weird.
this is actually going down. And I would say stable coins is probably why.
Yeah.
Stable coins is probably why. And then here we go. You got 68 and a half Paraguays will send you an ETH transaction. That math every day, it's demanding. It's demanding. Bitcoin coming in at 22.6, Ethereum at 12.42, Binance at 2.27. Cardano holding decently well compared to some other stuff at 50 cents, XRP at 32 cents, Solana all the way down at $31. Just quick look at gainers of the day.
See, so
forget it. People don't know this. People don't even know what this is.
Yeah.
Most people watching this chat do not know what Bitcoin SV is.
Yeah, I was gonna say just forget Satoshi's vision. But eGold, surprisingly, I'm hearing it pop up a lot. A lot of people talking about it. I don't know necessarily why, but it's interesting seeing it do well. I mean, relatively compared to everything else.
Well, we like how we're on. We think
I do too. Could be a winner for the next one. It might be whales starting to accumulate for the future. I don't know.
Bearish on Phantom still?
I
think so. I mean, once again, I think, I mean, it didn't have the same kind of disaster that Celsius or Terra Luna did, but I mean, when one guy leaves and it drops so much,
right.
You know.
I mean, right now, right, bearish on everything. So we can't really, you know, it would take a year and a half probably to go by and some dramatic advancements before I changed my opinion on any, you know, layer one that didn't necessarily peak in the last cycle.
I agree. Okay, let's go ahead and bring Tom on.
All
boy.
right.
Where are you at, Doe?
Yo.
Tom, what's up, my man?
Great to be on again, man. Love the BitSquad. Love being here. Ben, did you lose like a bunch of weight? You look freaking great.
Dude, thanks, man. Everybody's saying I look so good.
Yeah, for real though. Like you're glowing today. I don't know.
I'm glowing. You know what it is? It's that bear market shine. There it is. Bear market shine.
I was right there with you.
I had been hibernating for the winter, and we're here now.
Yeah, right.
You know, and all the extra fat's falling.
It's like home.
So. It is like home, isn't it?
I
You
love
started your channel on the bear market too, right?
It is. I did in 2019, so not a lot of interest then. Definitely wasn't.
What in the world was that?
Yeah, not the best time.
I have an excuse. I started my channel literally at the exact peak. I thought we were going up forever. Tom, you started a channel in the thick of the bear market. How did you even get in crypto to create a channel during that time?
I was buying the bottom, man.
Yeah.
They're running out the bottom. People jumping at the top. I was there at the bottom, built my way up. Actually, I lost my job and I just made a new one. Just plucked it out of the air, out of YouTube. So
was that Sunglass Hut?
Yeah. Sunglass Hut fired me, and now I have a grudge forever.
Yeah, I like it. Well, let's get into it, Tom. What you got for us today on the charts?
Oh yeah, so you always have me on at the spiciest times.
I do,
so
don't I?
This is no exception.
Yeah.
You do. It's not planned, guys. I don't know. Maybe next time you hear I'm coming on, prepare. So we got some things happening. You touched on it, and the Fed. That's tomorrow, the FOMC meeting. That's going to be the big player here. There's no other way to cut it. So whatever we look at right now, it's going to end up being, well, what does the Fed do tomorrow?
Yeah.
If they follow through the 50 BPS, probably see like sideways, not a lot of action, as that's like definitely baked in by now. But a 75 or 100 point basis hike, that's going to send some waves through the markets. We're going to see, at 100, definitely going to see downside. Yeah. Well, there's no guarantees, but very high probability we see downside on stocks, on commodities, crypto.
Do you think everybody's expecting 50, or
well.
do you think the word's kind of out? Everybody's expecting 75 at this
point. I heard there was some leak, right? There was some leak maybe of notes that were implying a higher. I don't know. I think everyone's expecting 50, and at this point, we're all preparing for higher, especially with May CPI numbers coming out. It's going to be interesting, man. So we have that on the table, and we have, I think, one more very important factor that's going on that is related, and that's the dollar strength. The dollar is ripping. Last week closed strong on Biden's kind of nothing burger speech, and closed above resistance. And I said Friday, man, we're gonna see a bloody Monday.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, we're at a 20-year high right now.
God, man, that thing dropped.
I said, yeah, we're gonna have a bloody Monday.
Yeah.
I did not expect this. I did not expect stocks to be down, huge percents, and see trading stop immediately, crypto down a ton, but it opened bloody, and we're just seeing that continue. So I'll just real quick show you.
Sure.
This is the dollar. We had a nice close up here. Or is it back here? June 10th. Yep. We had a nice little close above 300 or 103 something, and we're just seeing that continue to the upside. This is a really cut and dry pattern. We had like a falling wedge, and now it's reaching back up. I'm looking at about 108, and
wow,
obviously, if that happens, everything else is going to continue to see this bloodbath. And this can't go up forever. It's very much already in an exponential growth or parabola. It's going to retrace at some point, but that's going to come down to what the Fed does, in my opinion. There might be one more little factor here that a lot of people aren't looking at. This is a little more out there, and that is Bitfinex longs chilling at all-time highs. Historically, we see these continue to open until the bottom is in. We haven't really seen those stop yet. So bottom might not be in, unfortunately. We'll see what happens tomorrow.
Yeah, I definitely don't think the bottom is in. I definitely don't think so.
We'll never know until we look back and say, dang, the bottom was in.
That's the thing. That's the thing people have to realize. You actually only know the tops and bottoms in hindsight, because you basically have to go through an entire market cycle to be like, oh, yeah, I guess it is going down now. Or you got to make lower lows that seemed outlandish at one point, or higher highs, make new all-time highs. So let's talk about this, though. Let's talk about if this is not the bottom, where are you kind of targeting your next range you might be looking for a bottom? I certainly think, right, we plunged below 22,000. So here were my numbers: 24.5, 22, 20, 17, 14, 10. Those are the ranges I'm looking at. What ranges are you looking at?
That's pretty much on par. Mine are really, really similar. I can probably just show you like this. So right here where we are, this is the one reason maybe we found a bottom is we are at the historical 200 weekly moving average. I don't know. Yeah, this seems like very observed. Bitcoin doesn't like to be observed, really. So I'm not going to get my hopes up. What I'm not loving is Coinbase volume. Not that high. It's definitely high, but it's not where I'd like it to be. And that brings me to my next kind of interesting thing is if we look at FTX, FTX sold the crap out of this on spot. That is the highest volume FTX has ever seen. So FTX is a big player in this sell-off. I'm not going to get into any kind of conspiracy or what might be going on there, but that is some big volume. There are some big sellers on the FTX exchange right now. Oh, I totally glanced over your question. So, okay, back to that chart. We have that 200 weekly moving average, which could be a bottom. We won't know. And I have very similar numbers to you. I have 20,000 or just under 20. That's a previous all-time high. I put out a short video on this if anyone wants to check it out after the stream. I could see 17.1 in play. That was January 2018's high. Historically, we've only really seen one period where all-time highs were retested, and I believe it found support at the lower high. So that's why I have 17.1 on my chart. I don't have high confidence there. Below that is 13.8. That's a monthly level that was never back tested on the way up. 10,500, everyone's go-to nightmare scenario breaking below. And then we have 6,000-ish and then 3,000 below that. Those, I believe, are very much off the table. At least for now, I'd have to see something very compelling to make me believe we're going to test 6 or 3,000.
I agree.
10,000 totally on the table.
Crypto Savvy thinks we're going to do it.
Personally.
Crypto Savvy, he thinks he's been saying it for, it's at 69K that we were all going all the way. I think his number is 3,500 or so. He sent it to me yesterday. I forgot what it was, but his is based on, he's calling this the Bitcoin bubble. He's saying that if you look at the Amazon chart and the tech stock bubble and you overlay it with this year's Bitcoin action, it looks the exact same. The timelines are exactly the same. So I just, that's a bit of a leap for me. He knows that. I've told him I think it's a bit of a leap, but there are people, and I tell you at Consensus, talked to several people who are talking $7,000. I can't in my brain wrap my mind around that. And that's almost evidence it might go there.
Yeah, right. That's scary. Well, Crypto Savvy is a very talented technical analyst. Yeah. We definitely don't see eye to eye all the time.
He's very bearish. He has a very bearish bias. We tend to have bullish biases.
Yeah, I'm maybe the opposite. I'm like the inverse savvy, not savvy. No, I'm just kidding. That's a little low for me. 10,500 fits really well. If you look at 69,000 down to 10,500, that's an 85% retrace. That's like right on the dot. That's what we've seen in the past. I think we should keep in mind is the upside on this cycle, if this cycle is over, is comparatively much smaller than the previous.
Exactly.
Not even like remotely the same. And so to expect that same 85% downside, that might be a little jumping the gun. We might see a less deep retrace because we had a smaller expansion of price. That's pretty much where I'm at right now.
I tend to agree with that. That's kind of my reasoning and basis for saying we're not going to go down as far. But, I mean, last year I did say that I thought this had a chance to be the worst bear market ever. And I mean, if you look at dollars, it already is. But I mean, as long as the industry keeps growing, it should always be like that. You should always have, more dollars drop in the next bear market because the numbers will always be bigger. But
Of course.
when it comes to the depression and the sadness of being in a bear market winter, it's kind of like when the prices were so high and now they're so low, and you look at what an 85% drawdown would do, it's like soul crushing to think it can drop that far. And what we also said, I had a tweet on, what is your favorite site to tweet on, Tom?
Twitter, right?
Oh, Twitter, yes.
What's the
I
other
had a
ones?
tweet on Twitter where I said, yeah, that's my favorite place to tweet as well. And basically I said that, here it is right here. Why I said bear market would be worse in history. A pandemic equals quantitative easing equals a weak dollar. That equals extreme bull case for Bitcoin. However, right now, we are seeing recession, which equals quantitative tightening, less money printing. That equals a strong dollar, and that equals an extreme bear market. And I think that's kind of what we're seeing play out right now.
Everything's on the table. I think we're in unprecedented times, especially I'm a millennial. I was saying this on stream yesterday, maybe I'm just copiuming a little bit here, but as a millennial, this is likely the most opportune time that we've seen in our lifetimes for
Absolutely.
the transfer of wealth. That doesn't mean go all in right now on anything by any means, but it means this is the time to begin those DCAs. It doesn't even mean crypto. That's stocks, that's everything, slow purchases. This could last, this could be the end of the year. This could be 5 years from now. We don't know when the market's going to recover. But when it does, if you've been able to set those DCAs in and you've accumulated different assets, you're going to come out that other side being very well off in a way you never really would have reached before. Now is really the time where fortunes are built.
Yeah.
when
And
things
I
are
think
down.
really the message of solidarity that you're hearing from those of us that have been around is you're hearing us all say the same thing. We're not looking to exit. We're not looking to run. We're very bearish. We're all very bearish, almost to a person on crypto YouTube. But that's not the reason why we're here. That's a byproduct of why we're here. But we're all looking for entry points. Everyone's looking
Mhm.
for an entry point. We're not, bearish to the point where we're saying, Bitcoin's over. That nobody thinks that.
No.
No,
It's unfortunate that new people always start near the top or on the way
Yeah.
up to the top, and every single person experiences what you're going through right now if you're out there. Well, I did. I know Ben. I'm sure you did multiple times, maybe.
Yeah.
It's kind of just part of the process, but it's worth it at the end if you can have the resolve.
Last question. When you're looking at potential bottoms for Bitcoin, what is your timeline? When do you think a safe date, like a safe date where you would say like, okay, I think by this day we will have bottomed for sure. And I don't know, maybe it's 2029. I don't know what you think, but like, what is a date that you could kind of say, I feel safe it will happen before this?
That's a rough one. Oh man, we've moved so fast down
Yeah.
that I believe we will see some kind of relief before the end of the year. I think that's sooner than before the end of the year, but I'm just going to speak very kind of safely here. I don't know where that relief will go if that's sold off. We may see a bottom that could take into next year.
Yeah.
I would say into next year. By the end of next year, I would be hard pressed to see lower lows after that. And
Yeah.
that would take a lot of relief rallying.
Well, the date we're targeting is somewhere around the end of November. 28th of November is the day we actually, based on history, we should see it. I don't know if we'll see it then. But I feel pretty safe saying probably by February of next year, we will have seen it.
Mhm.
I do think we see it this year. That's I feel very strongly we'll see
Yeah.
it this year. If we don't, probably be at the very beginning of Q1 next year. So that's kind of where I see it. But yeah, after the
I do too.
midterms, Jack Keane says that's one very specific reason why we're looking at the end of November.
Yep.
But Tom, as always, thank you so much for coming on. It's
course.
always nice. My favorite thing about having Tom on the show is if I stare really close, I can see myself in his glasses. And also, don't forget to check out Tom's channel. You can see it in our pinned tweet in our chat, and we'll also put it in the video description. And hey, y'all are smart. Just Google Tom Crown. You'll find the guy. All right, Tom. We'll talk to you later, man. Appreciate it, bud.
Later, guys.
Later, Tom. Yeah, that was good.
I love people that come on the show.
Yeah, Tom's a cool guy. I like him a lot. Real quick, just this came up in the chat. Cell token pumping like absolute insanity, up almost 300% today. So it's above where they were before it crashed. And I don't know, it's literally happening right now. I don't know what happened in the last few minutes.
Short it.
It was about 80 cents
Wow.
about 10 minutes ago.
Well, let's check. I mean, let's see if there's any news on this real quick.
Something's going
on. 2 hours meltdown. Fashion bank run 20 hours ago. Let's go to the tweeters verse. I'll look up Celsius. Let's see what's going on here. Latest. Let's go to latest. Celsius network is 78 cents. Guys, that was 13 seconds ago.
Yeah.
So maybe I think they can pull through here. Smoked a little hopium this morning. That's a funny little thing there. Yeah, I don't know. This is very interesting. Yeah. I would still say at this point, I would stay away. I would not be putting. I mean, yeah, shorting it might be the move right now after a pump that big. Shorting anything after a pump that big would be a good move.
Yeah, it just doesn't mean anything one way or the other. They were pointing it out in the chat. Just wanted to mention it could,
interesting.
Take it for what it's worth.
Yeah. Davenport report says super chat just filled the CME gap at 25K. One more at 9,800. I think there's another one at 17,000. Someone mentioned in the chat earlier. I do believe there is one there.
Yeah, I think so too.
Somewhere at like 17.1, very close to where he was talking about, I believe. So
believe it or not,
I see the Dylan. Oh, I hate that guy though. He's such a dork.
I remember talking about that gap on the way up. Like, will we ever fill this? And now it looks like we could.
This likely ends up with. Oh, this is from 15 hours ago, where he was saying it gets liquidated. You can't listen to a Bitcoin maximalist, guys. Like, look. Whenever you see any of these Bitcoin maximalists tweeting anything, they give you this big, long thread. You can't trust it. You can't trust anything this guy says. You can trust what he says if it's about Bitcoin, but if it's about anything other than Bitcoin, you can't trust it. Why? He wants Celsius to fail. All the maximalists, your Corey Klippensteins, whatever his name is, I don't want to say Pump. I know Pump. I don't know if people know. He owns a ton of Ethereum, so he's not actually a maximalist. Me and Pump had a good little interaction on Twitter the other day. People said that me and Pump's argument was peak bull run.
Yeah, I think
it really was.
That's pretty good. I would agree.
Pretty good. It was true. I like Pump. We had our thing against each other, but we handled it like men, though. We went directly at each other instead of going around the sides. I mean, in general, I've always liked Pump. But I think when it comes to people like Dylan LeClaire that are Bitcoin maximalists, I'm not saying that what he's saying isn't true. Like, it all may be true, possibly, but you can't trust it. You got to consider the information.
I'd say, take it with a grain of salt.
It's like the boy who cried wolf. And I want to show people a tweet here that I made yesterday. I think this is very fascinating. I made this tweet. Let's see where it was here. Did say I'm not a paid actor. That was a fun tweet that I had. Let's see. Where was it? I've been tweeting so much. I never tweet this much.
Somebody in the chat says Celsius will be bought by FTX. What do you think about that?
Oh, that would be bullish news.
I think that I could see that.
I can see that. Yeah. Where are the Bitcoin maximalists at? If you're a maxi, have some cojones, which I discovered I spelled cojones wrong. I've been spelling it wrong my whole life. Enlist the projects in the top 50 that will literally die in this bear market. Put your money where your mouth is and stop saying 99%. List the project so you can claim credit or be held accountable. You know how many people did it? Basically none. If you basically go through this list, nobody, this one will survive. Great. Nick Tamondi is our head of content. Said Celsius. He's not a maxi, though. Nick, you're not looking too smart this morning, bud. I'm just kidding. We love Nick. Nick's great. Only coins worth accumulating. Ben's going to be savage in the next bull market. That's true. But look, guys, I'm still the same OG. I never changed. I've always been the same. But look, guys, none of these Bitcoin maximalists come in and say something. This guy says Cardano. Thank you for having the cojones, COJONES, to say a project. This is what they want to do. They want to hide behind this facade of talking about the entire industry is going to fail except for Bitcoin. But yet they don't have the bravery to come out and state claims that can be held accountable. And one thing that can never be said about this channel is that we're not man enough to do that. We do it all the time. We're wrong. We're wrong sometimes, but we own it. We own it. These people are scared to own it. And if you go through that thread, you will find another one where I argue with this guy over and over again, and he refuses to say a coin because they're cowards. That's why. They live in an echo chamber, and the Bitcoin maximalists are absolute cowards. They have their tails tucked between their legs at all times, and every once in a while, we will have something like Terra Luna, or we will have a Celsius disaster, and they will come out and they will say, see, I told you so, but you said it about the whole industry and every single coin.
I said it about Ethereum.
You said it about Ethereum, and I cannot wait until the day Ethereum passes Bitcoin. That will be we will have the biggest party we have ever had in the history of this channel. Let me tell you, this background will be decorated with all the faces of the Bitcoin maximalists that said it would never happen. That's exactly what we're going to do. I'll even come out here and I'll wear a Corey Klippens thing mask. Won't be hard. I'll just go search long-haired hippie. Boom, let's go.
We get a
oh man, I love
100.
I hate the maxis. I like Gary Leland. I like Brecky. I don't know if Brecky likes me anymore because I went after Corey, but I don't know if he said anything about it, but I still like him. He's one of my oldest friends in crypto. He's my very first friend I made in crypto.
Really?
Brecky. Yeah, for sure.
You know, he was one of the first people I met IRL in crypto.
Yeah, and he went down.
You know,
he was a huge altcoin guy.
This is what's funny. You know where we met? It was at a thing in LA to listen to Brock Pierce speak about EOS.
About EOS. He loved EOS. He loved it. Yeah. He loved it. See, that's where he went wrong. You know, if he had just not fallen in love with EOS, he probably would not have been the hard maxi that he is now. But we love him. And I like Peter McCormick too. You know, Peter McCormick had a tweet today where he said something to the effect of like, here's a book. There's a lot of great lessons in it. I'm quite a hypocrite when it comes to doing things the right way. And I like that. Like, I like people that are honest and can tell you they make mistakes and they've been through hard things. These maxis, they act like they're at this ivory tower and they've never made a mistake in their lives. And I can't stand it. I hate it. Over 1.3 trillion in billion, 1.3 billion in crypto liquidated in the last 24 hours. That would be bad if it was 1.3 trillion. We'd have a negative market cap.
There's the whole market.
The whole market is gone. We had a good run. In the last 24 hours, as Bitcoin threatens to breach $20,000. Said DZ needs to get in some of his pain medicine.
Yeah. Well, they said you're looking slim because you burn calories with your rants.
I do. It's true. It's true. I can jump a little better now, you know? Jump a little better. What?
Nothing.
What were you going to say?
I don't know.
Were you going to say something sexy?
Maybe.
More than $1 billion worth of crypto assets are being liquidated as Bitcoin threatens to trade below $20,000. Traders who believe the crypto markets will capitulate in a straight line were also at the mercy of extreme volatility. 578 million worth of short positions were obliterated over the same time frame. Now, look at that. Look how many short and long positions were liquidated on the same day. That's interesting.
That is interesting.
That was you know what that was? That was the BART day. Had to be.
Yeah.
You know, where we pumped up to 30. What did you pump up to? 32 and then back down to 28?
Yeah.
As crypto markets continue to sustain heavy losses, CoinGlass, formerly ByBit, reveals Bitcoin traders lost more than 30,780 Bitcoin, worth 667 million. So, did I see the news on how Jay-Z and Jack Dorsey are in talks to bring free crypto education to underprivileged neighborhoods, but critics say not to? Wow. Yeah, of course they don't. Of course they don't want people. And I don't like Jack Dorsey, but I like Jay-Z.
Yeah, that's a pretty cool initiative.
It is.
Yeah.
I just, I just don't believe Jack Dorsey's a good person in my heart. But I think Jay-Z is doing good stuff out there. And I love that. But they don't want this out there. They don't want the normal person to be able to rise up through the ashes.
The critics.
They want you to lose. They want me to lose. They want every normal person out there to lose. So, of course, they don't want someone. And let me tell you this about the Black community, about that demographic. Stats say they're much more likely to invest in crypto than they are in stocks right now. I just read a whole article about this the other day. And so guess what? Now you have that information out there saying that, people in that community would like to get involved in crypto. And now you got Jay-Z and Jack Dorsey saying, we're going to go to underprivileged neighborhoods and we're going to try to reach, people that never would have been able to reach. And people are scared of that now. People are scared of that. And that's why we're all about financial inclusion here. And that's why we're pushing this act that you guys are going to find out more about, these bills that we're going to be sponsoring. That's what it's about, kicking down the gates and making financial inclusion for all. That's what we want. And when you start to go after that, people don't like it. And so, of course, they're saying, no. And this is what they say. Crypto's a scam. Why do you want to show these people that? Meanwhile, the same people saying that are the same people that are hedge funds, the same people that are controlling the media, same people that are putting out all these stories. And meanwhile, they have all kinds of crypto on their books. Like, let's open your eyes, people. There's more than a conspiracy here. We've seen this all throughout history. The powerful do not want the people who are not powerful to become powerful. That's the simplest way to say it. And it goes over and over and over again.
Because it becomes a threat to their power. They want to remain.
I see a lot of people in the Black or African American community saying they're in crypto in the chat here, and I love that. We are hugely supportive of that, and we think race, your socioeconomic status, your gender, it doesn't matter what that is. Crypto is a place for all. That's what's so beautiful about it. That's what's so much different than the current system, where to become a accredited investor, you've got to take hours of school and to go into student debt, or you have to have $1 million. And so if someone went, think about this. I want you to think about this. If someone wins the Powerball because they got back from their minimum wage job, I'm not saying anything bad about minimum wage jobs, okay? They get back from their minimum wage job, they go in the gas station, they buy a Powerball ticket, and they win $100 million. That person is now allowed to invest in IPOs, security offerings. They're allowed to do that. They're now an accredited investor because they have money. Does that mean they're smarter than the person out there that has been grinding a savings account up to $25,000? No, it doesn't. And it's stupid. It's stupid that just having money, you get to make more money. It's dumb. That's why we're kicking the doors down. So crypto users take to Twitter to lament the ongoing market. Crypto traders and investors started out the week with a major shock to the markets. Crypto assets across the blockchain industry went into a collective dive. On Monday, users took to Twitter to voice their dismay, or in some cases, jubilation of the current state of crypto. Martini guy. A lot of people will quit crypto today.
Oh, well, we're good.
We're good. What happened?
I don't know.
Bear market stuff?
Yeah, but we got battery backups today.
Battery backups today, boys.
All right, hold on.
How did this happen today?
I don't know.
God, I look so sexy in the dark. Look at that. Wow. Yep. So this is now nighttime stories with BitBoy. I guess I'm just gonna keep going here. So Martini guy, I love Martini guy. He says a lot of people quit crypto today. It's a bad day to quit crypto. Crypto space isn't alone in its plight, with the entire stock market experiencing a major loss in tandem. Katie Grayfield, I guess she works somewhere in the media. Golly, guys. Every stock in the S&P 500 is red right now. Every single stock was down yesterday. Think about that. It was all. You guys like that squat? Oh, just for y'all. Okay. The Moon said, I'm only half the whale I used to be. Guys, we don't quit for nothing around here. We don't quit for nothing. Then we have Alex Kruger saying, realize how little this crypto dump has to do with Celsius and the ST drama, and all to do with the widespread panic in risk assets. That's from Alex Kruger. I would say it's a mix of both. I think that final leg down on Sunday was because of Celsius. It definitely factored in. It may not have been the whole reason. The Wolf of All Street, Scott Melker, who I got to meet this week. We're going to be coming on the show probably in July. He says, really looking forward to the next month. The chart says it all. Look at that. That reminds me of freaking Tyler S. S. I haven't watched his videos in a while, but he's so freaking funny. He's funny on another level. I'm pretty funny. I got to be honest with you. I'm pretty funny. This guy is funny on another level. We should do a segment in the dark.
Yeah.
Well, call it Hit After Dark. Yeah. Here, BitBoy Crypto. But Tyler is always tweeting these charts where he just draws an arrow going straight up. And let's see what he said here. That's free. Everyone is so bearish, but nobody's seeing this green candle we got a few weeks ago.
That's great.
I love him, man. He is so funny. I wish he would come on the show sometime. He said he told me he didn't do shows or something like that. I don't know. That was like a year and a half ago, so I don't know if he does now. Okay, moving on here. Total crypto market cap falls below $1 trillion for the first time since February 2021. Another bear market sign. Alex Jones says, no, you're not funny, Ben. Sorry.
Well, dang.
Well, dang. I guess I'm not, because that was random blue circle with a letter in it. Another difficult week for the world of virtual assets as the total crypto market cap slipped below $1 trillion on Tuesday. Crypto's leading token Bitcoin. Crypto's leading token Bitcoin. Bitcoin's not actually a token, guys.
Yeah, I wouldn't call it a token.
No. Yeah, don't tell the Maxis that. Don't tell Corey. Steve-O says, Ben, please send birthday wishes to Donald Trump, Boy George, and me, Crypto Steve-O. Well, happy birthday, Crypto Steve-O. Somebody needs to send Donald Trump a Bitcoin for his birthday. He loves it. Crypto's leading token Bitcoin took a huge hit on Monday amid a general market slump. Let's see here. Bitcoin, $1, yada, yada. Oh, here's that guy again. The guy needs to seriously just grow the mustache. Just do it. Just grow it. It's okay, man. If you have to take some biotin to make it happen, then, make it happen. Almost $100 million exits U.S. crypto funds in anticipation of hawkish monetary policy. And it's not a coincidence. We had a lot of this capitulation earlier this week, and we've got this FOMC meeting tomorrow. Institutional investors offloaded $101.5 million worth of digital asset products last week in anticipation of hawkish monetary policy from the U.S. Federal Reserve, according to CoinShares. CoinShares suggested that Bitcoin has been pushed into a crypto winter. Year-to-date inflows for Bitcoin investments products still stand at $458.8 million. Apart from the BTC and ETH outflows, multi-asset funds saw outflows of $4.7 million, and short Bitcoin products posted minimal outflows of $200,000. That's not a lot of outflow for Bitcoin, $200,000. Guys, see the assets under management here. See Cardano here is kind of low on the list. Year-to-date inflows, shorting Bitcoin. Tron moving up on the list a little bit, which is interesting. Still not prepared to pay attention to it. Ben reminds me of Bam Bam Bigelow. Well, he was a great one on that original WrestleMania game back on Nintendo. Ben Bigelow died a few years ago. It's very sad. Inflation pushes Fed to consider highest rate hike in 28 years. Federal Reserve could respond to the surge in inflation with its steepest interest rate increase since 1994. The steeper rate hike will be on the table at the Federal Open Market Committee meeting starting Tuesday afternoon, with a real possibility of pulling the trigger. Let's see. Another option would be for the Central Bank Policy Committee to proceed with a 0.5 percentage point rate increase that's been signaled in the past, but given explicit indication that 75 bip point rate hikes will be on the table in future meetings. I don't think that's really a better option. I said there would be no inflation. When did I ever say there would be no inflation?
No.
I literally never said that.
We talked about deflation, which people confuse.
Which that's what we're going to swing towards when the CPI peaks. We're heading there. Why do you think the dollar is stronger?
Right. That's what I was going to say. Really, we talked a lot about the dollar getting stronger.
Some of these people so dumb. Y'all so dumb. A lot of y'all are smart.
We need that clip or that meme.
Yeah, I know,
Antoine, whatever his name, Antoine Dodson or whatever.
Antoine Dodson?
Yeah. Y'all are really dumb.
Yeah, I know.
That was funny.
Pretty good. But you're not dumb. You're not dumb for saying that. I'm sorry. But I just never said that. We've never said there's no inflation. I've never said inflation is, not a problem. Yeah. We thought this would happen a little faster, and it hasn't. But you're seeing the dollar getting stronger than it's been in over 20 years. Face facts. Why do you think that is? It's going to be a while because these things are year to year. This does not mean it. Like, here's a confusing thing for people. When you see these CPI numbers, this does not mean that the inflation is up every month 8%. It's year over year. So over the last year, it's now, what was it? 8.6% was the last number? 8.6%. So from last May to this May, it was 8.6%. And it slowly ticks up. Inflation doesn't go up 8% overnight. Or, I mean, it might sometimes, but that's why they have the CPI numbers to try to tamp that down to trick you. But that's a whole other story. Okay. So that's what's going on with that. And I think if they announce that they're moving towards a 75 bip in the future, that's really bearish too. That's really extremely bearish as well. SDog21 says he blames Kenny for all of this. It's not 8.6%. It's higher. Well, in real life, it's much higher, but I think that was the last number. Maybe it was 8.9. I don't remember. Duke Crypto says thoughts, Pulse Chain and Pulse X, when it launches, it's going to save ERC20 projects. No gas fees, and everyone gets copies of all their ERC20 coins. We were supposed to I think we sacrificed some ETH for some of it. I didn't even know Pulse Chain and Pulse X are different things. But we're not, I'm just not super I don't understand any of it. That's what I always say. Like, I don't understand Hex, don't understand Pulse Chain, I don't understand Pulse X. My brain is kind of filled to the brim with what I'm interested in. I think they'll, the track record shows the price of those coins have done well. We threw our hat in the ring for some of it. We'll see what happens with it. But I'm going to probably pay a little closer attention, once these ERC projects start moving over, I guess. Bullish Kenny G says, Ben, you need to squash this Kenny thing. We all look bad right now. I'm getting laughed at in the streets. They saying all Kennys are dead, South Park style. We love Kennys.
Yeah.
We love Kennys on this channel. We love Kennys. I had an Uncle Kenny for a while.
Yeah, Ken
God
Bozak.
rest in peace.
Kenny Bozak comes on every
Ken
once in a while.
Bozak comes on the show.
Yeah.
Ken from Street Fighter. A lot of people don't know when he was a kid, he went by Kenny.
Also, if you think PulseX is going to save the whole ERC20 market,
I don't think that's true. I think it'll be interesting to watch and see what it does.
Yeah.
But I don't think it's going to save the entire. I don't think Ethereum needs saving. I'm just going to be honest with you. What was that? JB Crypto, or what did it say up there? JB, $5 super chat. What time is the Fed announcement tomorrow? It's usually like 2 o'clock, isn't it? 1:30 or 2, I think.
Yeah, it's usually afternoon.
Yeah. We love Kennys. Treasury yield fell on Tuesday, reversing some of the massive upward moves from the previous session as investors assessed the prospect of the Fed taking the most aggressive step to fight soaring inflation. The 2-year and 10-year Treasury yield curve on Monday briefly inverted for the first time, since April, as investors brace for the prospect of aggressive monetary policy tightening to lower inflation. FOMC in May raised a target for the federal funds rate to 0.75% to 1% from 0.25% to 5%. So we'll see what happens with that. These Treasury yields are going up, and we've told you guys, a lot of you guys may not realize this. The Treasury yields, the bond yields run the world. They are the most important financial instrument in the world. They're not even difficult to understand. It's really, you are betting on a country. You are betting on that government to tax its people and still exist at the end of your Treasury bond period. As long as America still exists and it's still taxing its citizens, it's a guaranteed return. It's the only guaranteed return out there, but the numbers are usually pretty low. But you guys can see that right now it's at, where would it actually say the number? I think they're around 3%, like almost 4%, 3.5%, somewhere around there.
10-year.
I don't know if that's actually saying that's, yeah, the move in the 10-year Treasury yield towards 3.5% shows the market's fear. That's because people are scared of the regular markets right now, so they're turning back to what's guaranteed. This is what the entire thing is, why they're going after stable coins and staking. And look, hey, I will say this. Look, I'm certainly not ruling out the possibility that the government is behind trying to take Celsius down. I think you'd be a fool to think that. I think the government played hand in hand with BlackRock and Citadel to push Terra Luna down, to destroy algorithmic stablecoins. What happens when you destroy Celsius? Stablecoin staking is heavily affected. That's what they don't want because it's a guaranteed return. And what we're seeing now, it's not guaranteed.
They've also instilled a lot of fear in custodial staking platforms that they don't control. So it'll all end up on Coinbase and FTX, most likely.
That's interesting. Joker saying if you go to the total market cap, let's see. Market cap?
The 1 month.
Yeah, I'm trying to find how do you look up the total market cap on TradingView? Crypto market cap, crypto market index. Is this going to be right? Is this going to be it? No, I don't know how to find this. If somebody tell me what I'm supposed to put in to find the total market cap, that would be good because I would like to see that. So Joker's Performance says, take a look at total market cap 1 month. We are currently in wave C of an ABC correction. If you measure wave A and put it at the top of wave B, it puts wave C at the 1.618 fib line. The total drop now equals 80 to 85%. Well, what I need to see there, Jokers, and maybe you can come back and do another dollar super chat or something so we make sure to see it. Oh, Tom Crown says type total. Total. Crypto total market cap. Okay, here it is. Okay, good. He said if you measure down, it's 85% here. I guess it's from here, from the peak. telling me how to do this from a TA standpoint. I really don't know, to be honest with you. But if you come down here, this is 85% would be right here at this line. But anyways, the long and the short of it is I would need to see a comparison for 2017, what that looked like. If we were to just go here real quick and measure from the top of the total crypto market cap down to the bottom, you would get about in between 85 and 90%. So maybe we're looking at the wrong place. Maybe we're looking at Bitcoin for the 85% drawdown, and maybe we should be looking at the total crypto market drawdown. It's, getting pretty close. Right now it's 70%, I believe. If it went down 85% from the top, that would be $428 billion. So we'd be below 500 billion. So that was something to watch out for. I think that is pretty interesting. Just so you guys know, we do have a important gas video, not an Ethereum gas video, an oil video coming out in the next couple of weeks that we're going to be filming. So I know a lot of people are worried about oil, worried about gas, obvious reason. The states with the most and least expensive gas prices, you can see the map here. Georgia always in one of the lower ones because we have we're a big hub, a big transportation hub, so we usually have pretty cheap prices. But look, the South is always the cheapest, 448 to 467. I saw somebody posting $7 pictures. I use premium because all my vehicles are premium vehicles. I guess I'm gonna say. Lambo, Dodge Demon, and my Ram TRX, they all take premium. They're supposed to have premium. My wife's, Jeep Rubicon 392, same thing. So I'm always on the higher end. I'm always looking at the premium price. So it's already, freaking super high out there.
What's crazy to me is in California, they've got ridiculous prices, and it's not even driven by the oil as much as it is their tax. Every year they vote to raise the gas tax for infrastructure, but it lets them use it for whatever they want. It just goes into a general fund, so it never gets used for infrastructure, but they still raise it every year. It's insane.
Wow. Sin City, can you make Sin City Crypto a moderator, by the way?
Sure.
He says, Jerome P. going to raise 1%, crash the market, make Democrats look bad, replace governor with Republicans that originally put him in his Fed chair position. I can't believe Joe Biden kept him in that position. That's what I'm more shocked at, to be honest with you. I mean, guys, everybody has to understand at this point, if this economy does not change drastically, there's 0% that we don't get a total turnover in, leadership in Congress and Senate to the other party, obviously, right? If everybody's hurting, everybody's feeling the pain, I mean, that thing's definitely switching. So I think that's definitely going to happen, but we'll see what happens.
Were you the one telling me about the potential family member in Secret Service? Was that you?
It's not my family member, but yeah,
Okay.
it's someone that, someone we know very closely.
I couldn't remember if it was, you telling me that story about basically nothing on the calendar.
Yeah. This guy, he basically doesn't ever do anything. He doesn't have anything on his daily schedule.
Right. Like
only president in history. It's pretty bizarre. But I don't want to turn this into a Joe Biden bash session because, that's easy.
Basically,
he's
not
the target right now.
Right. He's just a figurehead. He's not running the economy. That's
Okay.
for sure.
Joker's Performance says Elliott wave theory is wave C is 100% of wave A or a 1.618 fib of a wave B. I just took what you guys have said and tried to make sense of it. Yeah, I think that's a good point. I think what you did is good there. I think if we are looking at things are more spread out, Bitcoin dominance is lower, it might make sense. Maybe that could be what we see as we see an 85% drawdown for the total market. And then, where does that put Bitcoin at? Well, if the altcoins get crushed at a higher percentage, I think like a $13,000 to $14,000 Bitcoin bottom would make a lot of sense there. So maybe that's why we don't go all the way down to 10,000 or lower. All right, moving on here. Celsius adds more collateral in mid-market sell-off to protect their Bitcoin from liquidation. I did actually see this morning on Twitter. As the price of Bitcoin continues to plunge in line with the bearish trend of the entire crypto market, the crypto lending firm Celsius Network has been making last-ditch efforts to protect its assets from liquidation. They did move. So right now, their current liquidation price is $16,852.
That sounds like a target.
Yeah.
Yeah. 17K is a range a lot of people are looking at. CME gap, maybe.
I don't see any way that it doesn't go below that at this point.
Well, yeah, they'll just have to add again.
I don't know if they can. I don't know how much more money they have to add. That's what this is saying. It's saying if it goes below that price, they will likely go bankrupt and lose all their clients' funds. Woo! Woo, woo, woo. Celsius selling its position would mean dropping Bitcoin worth around 522 million in the open market. So that would be more bearish as well. To prevent this from happening, Celsius has been adding Bitcoin on the DeFi platform MakerDAO over the past few days.
This sounds terrible.
Oh my gosh. MakerDAO over the last few days, adding 2,000 wrapped Bitcoin on June 14th, in addition to more than 4,000 wrapped Bitcoin on June 13th and 1,165 on June 12th to reinforce its position. Wow. What's going on with Michael Saylor? I wonder, I guess we're covering that next, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Jim Cramer takes aim at MicroStrategy as Bitcoin plunge leaves firm in $1 billion risk, $1 loss and risk liquidation. Jim Cramer, who has courted controversy with some of his views on Bitcoin, criticized U.S. software company's Bitcoin strategy, stated publicly by Saylor as one of hodling, meaning he has no intention to sell even as prices plummet. As prices plummet, that's not the time to sell, which is idiotic that's what this article makes it sound like is a good idea.
Well, yeah. Jim Cramer.
They say he's the bit boy of CNBC. That's what they say.
Oh, God.
MicroStrategy is now at risk of liquidation. I don't want to be associated with them. Should the Bitcoin price fall below 21,000, according to analysts? Company borrowed millions of dollars. It used a $205 million loan. Jim Cramer, Mad Money host, bought a significant amount of Bitcoin when it traded for 12,000. He later sold the cash when the price hit 64K sometime in 2021 and used the proceeds to pay off a mortgage. I wonder what his net worth is. Let's see what it says it is. I'm curious about that. Let's see. Jim Cramer. These are not actually accurate. Mine said it was $5,000 at some point. Then at another time it said it was $100 billion. So I am worth somewhere between $5,000 and $100 billion. It is true. Jim Cramer net worth. Okay, around 100 million.
Dang.
Bitcoin went from 12,000 to 64,000, and he sold, and he made enough money to pay off a mortgage. What is that mortgage for? $20 million mansion in the freaking Hamptons?
Or maybe
you know what I mean?
Maybe just only put a little bit in.
Well, then he's an idiot. You know, what an idiot if you only put a little bit in and you got that much money. That's what I say. Jim, have me on your show sometime. Idiot. He killed Jimmy. Okay.
Oh boy.
Oh boy. Let's see here. Moving on. When the SEC chairman, Dirty Gary Gensler, last year we talked about how it was possible I was getting 8% of my crypto balance, and he said it wasn't. As the Celsius community just found out. Well, it looks like Jim Cramer's a paid lackey for the SEC. Big shocker there. We know they all work hand in hand to freaking scam the public. We do know that for sure. So that's what it is. MicroStrategy may be forced to sell part of its Bitcoin holdings or add more collateral. I mean, it's certainly going to add more collateral. But I think what I saw is, let's see here, if it says that number in here. Do you hear what the number is that I heard?
I've heard very low numbers.
$3,000.
Yeah, that's
it's like
what I've heard.
$3,100 or something.
Yeah.
I think it's in the $3,000 range, which some people think we're going to. I don't think we are. But if it went that low, there's nothing he could do. He would get liquidated his whole entire position. Ben is so geek. I swear, I am not a geek. What are you talking about? LifeStealer87 says Fat Boy.
Hey, throwback.
Throwback. You must not have been here in a while, bud. Okay. BlockFi and Crypto.com render hundreds of staff jobless as crypto market bleeds. Also, Coinbase as well. I guess we're going to talk about that as well here.
I don't know.
No, it doesn't say. Coinbase announced that they are laying off 20% of their workforce.
Yeah, technically it said 18, but I think that's just for optics.
Yeah.
You know, they'd already come out and said 10. Now they're coming out and saying 18. It's probably going to shake out close to 20.
And how many people we have 60 employees here? How many have we laid off?
Zero.
Literally zero. You know why? Because we care about people. You know, business decisions. I mean, sure, when times are thin, let people go, but people are people. So Coinbase just says, hey, 20% of y'all, we didn't plan well, so screw y'all. I'm not down with that. I don't like that.
Even worse, they did
plan for it.
We overhired on purpose, knowing we were going to let 20% of you guys go. So this is just
they're working into their business strategy.
Yeah,
that's the side of corporate America that I hate.
Yeah,
like I hate that you treat people like numbers,
like
and you don't care about the families that are impacted by laying people off. And not only that, but you're laying people off at the worst possible time to lay people off. We're about to get hiring freezes everywhere.
Mm-hmm.
And we told you last year all of this was coming. Last year, I told you this job market was going to change. The same way you look at the tech bubble, the same way you look at Bitcoin bubbles whenever we get them, the same way you look at the housing market bubble, the mortgage bubble, the employees market bubble was very obvious as well. Guys, we don't live in a world where employees are in control. I don't know if you guys know that. I don't know if you understand that. We don't live in a world where employees can just go job to job and say, hey, you know what? This place doesn't want me to work remote. Can I work remote for you for like $50,000 more than I was working at this last place? Sure, come on in. Guys, that's not sustainable. It's like 18% cash back on your crypto. Like, it's not sustainable. So it's very obvious we are heading towards this, especially as we start to move towards a deflating economy, a stronger dollar. We talked about this a lot. This is why it matters. When the dollar is worth more, inflation will start coming down. Now goods will cost less. Now the companies have less dollars to be able to pay employees hiring freezes. Clay Thomas says liquidation is just over 3,500. He can add collateral at that point if needed to avoid any liquidation. But at what point does he run out of money? I don't know. And what was the super chat above that? There's one other one up there. Why don't you talk about Hashgraph much? It's open source, technologically superior to any blockchain thoughts. We like HBAR. We love HBAR. You're right. We don't talk about HBAR. We don't talk about Algorand a lot, but they're in our very small percentage of coins that we hold these days. And we are bullish on them for the long term. God, I've been sweating up here like a fool. I'll tell you that much. You know, it's exciting. BlockFi announced in a blog post Tuesday, it's letting go a sizable number of staff. Zach Prince, CEO of the crypto and lending platform. Well, Zach really wanted to go at Alex Mashinsky for saying he was ruining people's lives, and then he lets go of 20% of his staff. So I don't know if that's the best message to be sending here. According to a Twitter thread by CEO Chris Marszalek, Crypto.com, stated on Friday, terminating the contracts of roughly 260 employees. So definitely not good. Gemini and Coinbase, obviously both announced as well. So, it is what it is.
Voyager actually sent an email today saying that they just reassuring people they don't have any customer funds in any DeFi platforms, any of that stuff. So that was an interesting email.
The Redwood Fisherman says, totally wrong. We've moved to a remote hybrid workforce. Talk to me in a year. Talk to me in a year about that. Guys, some positions were already remote. Yeah. There are more remote positions. You are correct. Yeah. But this day of you getting to pick and choose where you want to work, because this is the big message, especially coming from Gen Z, is we're not going to do what we don't want to do, which I actually very relate to because I won't do what I don't want to do. But in general, the average worker in the United States, that is not the way they view things. You have had an incredible amount of flexibility since this pandemic started. That flexibility is going to be waning. Yes, there will be a lot of remote jobs. Guess what? Those remote companies are going to be slashing jobs too. They're going to be laying off as well. There's not going to be as many of them available. And we are not ever moving to a 100% remote environment. That's not a real thing. It doesn't exist.
And I would say,
guys, productivity is about the same when you have a remote workforce. But you know what you lose? You lose creativity and you lose synergy. That eventually will have a big effect on a lot of these companies when innovation starts going away because you're losing that. And trust me, I've read plenty of reports. This is all factual stuff. This is not stuff I'm making up. Go ahead, TJ.
Well, yeah, I was just going to say Dad knows here. And then it says Gen Z will learn very valuable lesson that you are replaceable.
Absolutely.
And that's what I would say about the remote hybrid workforce. Yes, we are moving to a remote hybrid workforce, which is not great for anybody that works in the United States because your job, if you're doing it remote, can be done much cheaper.
And just wait till the AI starts taking all your jobs.
Exactly.
Because it's coming too.
Yeah.
And I tell you, the comments I see on TikTok, on some of the stuff we talk about on TikTok, is just so funny. You see these people that are in these industry echo chambers, and they think that they are the grand wise wizards of everything. And the blockchain AI technology, it's not going to take over my industry. Imagine the world in 200 years. It's all getting taken over, 100%. So just think about it, guys. The only jobs that are not replaceable by AI are people-driven jobs such as, I don't even want to say teacher, but I do think on some level teacher, what you're going to have is you're going to have teachers teaching 200 kids on a Zoom session instead of 10 or 15 or 20 or 30 in a classroom, okay? Pastors, obviously not replaceable by robots. Counselors, psychologists, not probably replaceable with AI. Outside of that, I struggle to find something.
Yeah, it's tough.
It's people-driven industries are the only ones that are not going to eventually be able to be replaceable with AI. And obviously, crypto YouTuber.
Things that require hands on people, you know, hairdresser, chiropractor, some of those are much longer term to be replaced.
Yeah,
but
they're not coming soon,
but they're still in the, you know, in the cards.
Josh, let's get real estate specialist. Hey, Ben, regarding consolidating bags to ETH, XRP, and ADA, my concern is if I convert one coin to another, am I then realizing a loss? Is my thought process off? Okay, how you can do that is you can go to TaxBit. You can sign up. I think at bitboycrypto.com/deals, we have, you know, maybe a deal where if you sign up for TaxBit, you get a discount. It's an automated software. You can actually go in there and I believe you can simulate trades and see how it affects your tax burden and see if it's actually profitable or not. And if you go to TaxBit and you just click on their live chat, they will answer those questions for you. That's how I would handle that. I can't give you tax advice. Once again, we got tax people because I'm not a tax expert. I know generally the crypto laws around taxes, but I get them confused, just like I get mutant apes confused on Solana sometimes. $2 billion inflows, Cardano market cap in the last 24 hours, despite market sell-off. So very interesting. Despite the recent crisis that has meant, where's my ADA gang at? Hashtag ADA gang. Let's go. Crypto market is lost as much as 55% of its capitalization. Since 2022, as Bitcoin plummeted below 22K. One DeFi asset is making solid gains. Cardano's climbed over 10% as it trades at 50 cents at the time of this publication. It's holding very well. And what I will tell you on this is if you want to see our interview, my interview one-on-one with Charles Hoskinson, part 1 and part 2 will be out Saturday and Sunday. So you guys can look out for that. Probably replace one of my phone record videos. I'll be coaching baseball down in Savannah, my 10U travel team down there. I'm the assistant coach. Be down there keeping the stats and making the boys shift where they need to shift in the outfield. So here we go. During this time, value of Bitcoin lost. Historical data suggests ADA's price increase in the days leading up to a hard fork event, which we have the Vassal hard fork. It's in the final mile scheduled to finish this month. So that's probably why it's holding pretty tough. Developer of Cardano, IOG, Input Output Global, made 2 product announcements that have the potential to add to the price of ADA in the near future. So there you go. Some pretty good stuff going with Cardano, some bullish stuff with that Vassal hard fork. And I'm really super excited for you guys to see this interview over this weekend. ADA putting in a higher high, even after moving up 88% against Ethereum. I knew this was the Dan tweet. Because I read this earlier. Dan said ADA is currently putting a higher high now, up 88% on ADA/ETH. So it is crushing the ETH pair right now, almost double. It's holding very well. Okay. XRP, Ripple Council slams SEC for trying to bulldoze and bankrupt crypto. Here we go. I like seeing this. I like seeing the fencing, the digital fencing. This is digital fencing right here at its finest. That was a good one.
That was a good one.
Ripple General Counsel Stu Alderati has slammed the U.S. SEC, which I love doing, trying to bully, bulldoze, and bankrupt crypto innovation in the U.S. in the name of expanding its own regulatory territory. Guys, make sure to put in your X. Throw your X up in the chat if you are a member of the XRP Army. We got a lot of exciting stuff coming down the pipelines for us with Ripple. I'm going to be trying to get in touch with Brad Garlinghouse, see if he'll come to our event we're going to be doing next year. Really excited about that. Really excited about the XRP community, and really excited about this SEC case. They're going to win. They're not going to settle, guys. I think that's what we're going to see. I talked about that this week. Like a hammer wanting everything to be a nail, the SEC is keeping everything murky so it can argue that every crypto is a security. Ripple fought back, claiming a 2008 speech by Robert Hinman categorized ETH and Bitcoin, and by association, XRP a non-security. So here's what's interesting. Let me go to Twitter here. What is that? It's Tyler S. This guy. Okay. Let me go to Ellie's Twitter here. Met Ellie in Texas. Super nice. Really enjoyed that. Let's see here. She said she was on the chain. Is that with Laura Shin? Does Laura Shin still do that? Let's see what she said here. Let's find this tweet. Okay, Scoop. Industry sources with knowledge of the matter tell me the SEC government has sent letters to several crypto exchanges inquiring about a lack of insider trading safeguards. Now, I'll tell you this. I've known factually for 100% these letters have been coming since November to exchanges. There's a lot of exchanges that I know of that have received them. I'm not allowed to talk about it. I wasn't involved in any of it, but I was told in confidence. So I'm not going to give the names of these exchanges that received these letters, but I do know that a lot of letters were sent out in November of last year, leading up until December and January, kind of a crescendo of some of these letters. But here's what's interesting. There was a clip of Gary Gensler. I don't know where it is. I can't find it right now. But what the guy said is, the guy that was interviewing, he said, can you tell us, Gary, like what coins are securities? And this is what he said. He said, well, you know, well, you know, he sounds like a frog, you know. Well, you know, the thing is that these exchanges, you know, they have securities on their exchanges. And they know that they're securities. How do they know they're securities? How do they know? Because you've not given us a definition. You haven't given us a definition. Because what this article said is so true. All Gary Gensler looks for is something to bang. That's all he looks for. He looks for something to bang. He wants to be the hammer that nails everything. He is quite the regulatory man whore, if you will. He is out there trying to punish through enforcement without providing clarity and regulation. They want to put the cart before the horse because if they don't say what a security is, then everything's a security and they can go after everything they want to go. Well, Gary, your days are numbered. Your days are numbered. After Brad Garlinghouse wipes the floor with you, man, I would love to see that boxing match. Brad Garlinghouse. I think Brad Garlinghouse can hang. He's pretty big.
Yeah.
He's pretty big compared to Vitalik. Pretty big compared to Gary Gensler. I think Gary Gensler's actually maybe tall. Didn't we look it up? He's 6'1", I think. Or is it Jerome Powell that's tall? It's Jerome Powell. Jerome Powell is pretty tall. He looks like a Christmas elf, but he's like 6'3", I think. Let's see. Jerome Powell height. Let's see. Oh, he's 5'10"? Janet Yellen's 5'3". I thought he was was taller. I thought we looked that up one day. Let's see. What is Gary Gensler? Gary Gensler height. Let's make sure they're in the same weight class. Oh, didn't we discover that this was impossible to find? This information doesn't exist on the internet? They say he's 5'8". They say, I know another guy that's 5'8".
Yeah.
Maybe 5'9". I don't know. Maybe 5'9". What point is here, though, is Brad Garlinghouse is going to wipe the floor with Gary Gensler. After this Ripple case is settled, this is why right now the SEC is going after every single thing they can go after. Why? Because their days are numbered. Once we have a change in leadership in the near future this year, I'm telling you, this is when we will hit a bottom. Things will start slowly moving up because we're going to see a lot of changes coming in. These regulators have run rampant, negligent, recklessly, renegades. This is going to be changing when this executive order comes out. You are going to see the SEC losing power, CFTC gaining power, and crypto innovation being able to thrive. That is what we are going to see. So let's go ahead and click the top. Brad Garlinghouse explains why Ripple has survived cyclical bear markets. That's cool. What?
Nothing. I thought you were going to say quick hits.
That's what I was looking for. Binance resumed withdrawals. I had no worries about Binance yesterday, but it is still like, not good. Not your keys, not your crypto. OpenSea announces new security features to protect users from NFT scams. Well, wow. All of a sudden, Nate Chastain gets gone after, and now they're trying to make some cool changes at OpenSea. Big surprise there. U.S. trademark filing hints at Arizona State University planning classes in the metaverse. France could deploy blockchain ticketing for Paris. That'd be pretty cool. French fashion brand Lacoste wades into Web3 with NFT launch. When is NFT Paris? When is NFT Paris? I want to go to that. When is this?
No idea.
I want to go to Paris. Can I go?
When is it?
I don't know.
Is it this year?
Get tickets, speakers, side events, tickets, sponsor, free vibes. Don't you think that's an important thing they need on here? Is the date?
You think?
You would think. Let's see.
I hope it's not. It might, unless it's virtual or something.
No, it's not virtual. It's not.
I hate when you get excited about a conference and then you find out it's virtual. And you're like, oh, screw this.
What?
Who wants to do stuff in the metaverse?
Okay, let's see. See you soon. We'll let you know when tickets are out.
Oh.
I don't know. Let's see. When is NFT Parrot? Does anybody know? Gigolos will stay around from SLI 305. Thank you for your contribution there.
April 12th.
Oh, this must be. It must not be till next year.
Yeah.
Wow, we must have already missed it. Maybe there's another crypto conference in Paris. Somebody mentioned it to me. I remember that. I'm ready to go international. I'm ready. I'm ready to go international. I'm ready to take BitBoy international. You went to Malta, and now I'm jealous.
Now you're jealous?
Yeah, now I'm jealous. Now I'm jealous. That's all it took is you finally going overseas, and now I'm like, I got to get there.
Yeah. I kind of had a feeling once I finally did that, you'd be a little more motivated.
Yeah, dang right. They have hamburgers where you were at?
Yeah.
They do.
I'm pretty sure.
Fantastic. We love Malta.
I
We
didn't
love
see any, but
hamburgers.
I didn't see any, but I assume they must be there.
All right, let's do questions here.
All right, real quick. We only had a few. We ran a little over today. In your opinion, why are crypto companies laying off staff? Did they not expect a bear market, or are they preparing for a longer bear market than usual?
Seasonal hires. Think about that. I used to work at the mall. I was assistant manager at Journeys. I used to sell shoes. I thought I wanted to sell shoes for the rest of my life. I love being like a teenager, and all the hot girls at the mall would come in and want to buy shoes from me. I really enjoyed that at that time. Now it's funny. I can't imagine a worse job.
Yeah.
No, we love people who are Journeys managers, but for me at 39 years old as a grown man, that is not what I want to be doing at the mall. And malls don't even really exist anymore. But the point here is that when I worked at the mall, we would bring people in for November and December. And you knew that most of them were seasonal and they were temporary and they'd only be there for a certain time. Well, crypto does the same thing. You understand you're going to be in a bull market, so these exchanges hire the people they need during the high volume times, and they just cut them loose when it's over. But the difference is they don't hire them under that pretense the way that the mall hires people under the seasonal pretense. So I don't think it was poor planning. I think TJ was dead on. I think they did exactly what they thought they were going to do. Mm-hmm. Go ahead.
Hardware wallet.
I scored 4 touchdowns in high school, one game.
What hardware wallet would you go with? Treasure, Ledger, other? I think we have a deal on the deals page where you get a discount for Trezor or for Ledger.
I don't know if it's still valid. I don't know. They keep messaging me. They want to do more deals for our people. Maybe I should do it. Are people interested in hardware wallets these days?
I think right now, because of all the stuff going on, people are definitely
good point.
And
I'll reach out to them. I'll follow up. We have an affiliate deal with them. You guys know we don't do anything sponsored, but we do have affiliate deals.
Should get you a discount.
Yeah, well, that's what we want. Like if you're able to get a discount, if you're able to get something out of the deal, then that's an actual deal. It's not just, hey, click this link and we make money. So, I'll reach out to the guy from Ledger today, and maybe we can do a Ledger video or something. Because I think Ledger is the best. Trezor is probably a little more secure. Ledger did have a hack, but it was not a crypto hack. It was a customer information hack where they got people's addresses who had bought Ledgers, which is not good, obviously, poor security. But in terms of the device itself, it's infallible. It's never been cracked. And also, if you are going to buy a Ledger or a Trezor, this is very important information. Do not ever buy them from Amazon. Only buy them directly from the company. Why? Because someone can buy one, rewrap it, sell it on Amazon, and have the seed phrase already jotted down. And then basically what happens is they restore your device after you put crypto on it, and they steal your crypto. So,
yeah. Real quick, if you had to choose only one to invest in right now, ETH or XRP? Yeah, it's tough.
I'm going XRP. I'm going XRP. I think Ethereum's always going to be I think Ethereum is eventually going to pass Bitcoin, but I think the upside on the case ending and the next bull run, I think it's higher than the upside of ETH after the merge. Now, look, if XRP had not had a suppressed bull run for the entire last bull run and not got to all-time highs, then I would go the other way there. But you can't go wrong with either one right now. You cannot go wrong with either one. Gun to my head, I'm saying XRP because I think it's got a little more upside based on the price explosion. And this is a very important point, guys. It's not just the case ending. It's the ease of access in which people will be able to buy, sell, and trade it again once it gets relisted on all the major exchanges. So,
and then lastly, Eric Carlson asked this multiple times: is Adam a decent bear market hold with staking rewards? I would say decent for an alt, but nothing's really safe in a bear market. But I don't know if I would hold it through all this personally.
Well, but I also
it is decent.
But where's the bond? you know, at this point, how far down is it?
It's down.
You know, at this point, is it more of a risk to pull out of something like that? Now, look, if you're in coin 79 on CoinMarketCap or 212, probably good to consolidate those into majors. But, I mean, it's hard for me to advise someone against holding something that we hold.
Right.
And we do hold Adam.
We do.
So
I would say decent. It's just tough. Like, I wouldn't necessarily consider it a bear market strategy necessarily, but I would accumulate and hold. You can get good staking rewards. We do still have ours locked up.
The Dude Gaming says, BitBoy, what is your pronoun? Beast. That's all I got. Be blessed. BitBoy out.